And I allowed them to believe I was in touch with Ally Carter, that she said she was in trouble and she needed my help. And the second that I did that, 8 different content creators instantly went to work, tearing Ally Carter apart.
Yes, there were shrines used for rituals. There's bloody places. There's parts where there's limbs. People cut off limbs and want you to have sex. There's blood. There's blood that I don't even know who it belongs to. There's a lot.
And he beat the hell out of me. He cracked my ribs.
Those are assault parties, and I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors. And a party favors means that you're set on top of a table and you're used as a toy.
Her name is Ally Carter, and according to her, surviving her past was nothing short of a miracle. For years, she's been online sharing emotional and censored videos where she openly talks about the experiences she says she endured as a child. Back then, very few people paid attention or believed what she was saying. But after Sean Combs was arrested, many of her claims suddenly started getting a lot more attention. Ally Carter describes herself as a survivor of child trafficking, and since 2020, she has continued speaking out publicly about events so disturbing that many viewers struggled to even comprehend them. Her accusations didn't focus on just one individual. According to her, it involved an entire circle, a larger system made up of powerful people, familiar names, recognizable faces, and places most ordinary people would never have access to. And this is where things become especially interesting. Ally had been making these statements long before leaked records, flight logs, and legal investigations started appearing in public conversations. So, who exactly is Ally Carter? What are the claims she's been making all these years? And why are so many people suddenly paying attention now? Let's dive into it.
Yes, there were shrines used for rituals. There's bloody places. There's parts where there's limbs. People cut off limbs and want you to have. There's blood. There's blood that I don't even know who it belongs to. There's a lot.
So hang on. So someone like the people that you've named are here at these shrines where there is human flesh, bones, human body parts, and they want people to participate in amongst all of this human blood. Is that a satanic ritual feces? Is this a satanic ritual that they are participating in?
Yes. Yes, there's people who want to, there's people who have animals, dead animals. I was taken, and told that I had to give a blowjob to, Biden.
So Joe Biden was there at this shrine.
Mm-hmm. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I was down there for a while. There's certain people that you don't talk about because you just don't. There were certain people that I seen down there, from Beyonce, Jay-Z. You don't tell on P. Diddy, but P. Diddy.
So you said you don't tell on these people. Is that like a code that all victims adhere to? They don't talk about this stuff?
Yes, you don't, because nobody's gonna believe you. You're nothing to them. You don't count. You're just a toy. You're not essential, as they call them. You're expendable. And as a child in that situation, I wasn't the type of person that was fighting all the time because I started to learn who I was. I started to learn my pimp. I started to learn what I was in. I started to learn that you don't fight. You watch what you say, you watch what you do. And at some point I stopped fighting people, and I started to accept the fact of what I was told, that I was special enough to be with this person. I was special enough to be in the eyes of a celebrity or somebody who was on the radio or on TV. And I accepted that.
So, who is Ally Carter really? She's not a Hollywood figure, and she's not involved in politics. According to her story, she's just an ordinary woman from California who suddenly gained massive attention online in late 2020 after uploading videos about the abuse she says she experienced growing up. Ally claims she was trafficked from an early age, moved between places, manipulated, and exploited while still a child. But what shocked people most was her allegation that it didn't begin with strangers or random criminals. She says the very institutions meant to protect vulnerable children played a role in what happened to her. Specifically, she accused Child Protective Services in Riverside County of helping funnel children, including herself, into trafficking operations. According to Ally, she spent months collecting evidence and trying to hand everything over to law enforcement and officials, only to feel completely dismissed. She says her reports went nowhere and the entire situation was pushed aside. But this is where her story becomes even more disturbing. Ally says she wasn't taken to isolated or hidden locations. Instead, she claims she was brought to exclusive gatherings attended by wealthy and influential people. In her own words, she says children at these events were treated like party favors. She alleges the adults present were fully aware of what was happening and chose to protect one another rather than protect the children involved. After she began speaking publicly in 2020, Ally says her family lost their home, their animals, and nearly everything they had. Even with all of that, she continued sharing her story online. And to many people, that determination shows just how strongly she believes these claims need to be heard.
There's an arrest coming. There's actually 2 arrests that are already made. There's a 3rd one coming. I don't know why people are sitting on this. I'm ready. I see that some people are not. I've been ready. A lot of you are ready. Like, let's get this right? You're like, just release it. Just drop it. For whatever reason, even on the Ghislaine Maxwell case, people are holding on to names because they know it's going to destroy some of these celebrities because you guys love them. It's going to destroy a lot of these celebrities because they know they're wrong. They've been doing this for decades. They've been putting it in your face. They've been mocking their victims, and they've gotten away with it because who they keep in their back pocket and who they pay. There is a 3rd arrest that is coming. There's 2 that's already down. There's a raid that's about to go on. And on top of that, it's somebody that has something to do with an affidavit that I have already released. I am telling you, we know that it's coming. I knew it was coming when I made sure there was sworn and legal affidavits already ready 6 to 8 months ago. I'm telling you right now that they're about to grab them and they're about to announce it. When they announce it, we got a problem. We got a big problem. Because there's ways that this is about to go. I think a lot of you guys are everybody's like, we're ready. We're ready until it's happening. And then everybody's like, well, I wasn't ready. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of that.
There's no other way to get ready. There's no other way to prepare. There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it. Ask questions. Demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those who you drop your kids off with every day. Your schools, your doctors, big banks, Chase Bank, Bank of America. There is a lot of people that are attached because this goes very deep. I told y'all this is a spider web that is tangled and tangled and tangled and woven intricately. I am telling you right now that once one goes, it's going to pull on a big string. That arrest is coming. 90s, we need your help.
Now this is where Ally's story takes an even darker turn, because this part is what many people believe connects her claims to something much larger. Ally Carter has repeatedly stated that she was taken to a private island, and according to her, it wasn't just some isolated location. She describes it as a place connected to extremely wealthy and influential individuals, people she believes had enough power and protection to keep everything happening there completely hidden from the public. Ally also claims she was transported through underground passageways beneath places like schools, amusement parks, and even cemeteries. Now, whether people believe these statements or not, it's important to understand that this is how she personally describes her experiences and memories. She's spoken in detail about the island itself too, the structure of it, the strict secrecy surrounding it, and the way she says the people involved operated beyond the rules of ordinary life. According to Ally, the environment was carefully controlled, private, and designed to keep outsiders from ever discovering what was happening behind closed doors.
And she was made out to be the crazy one. I was made out to be the crazy one. I was a high-risk kid. I was moved from foster homes to level 14 lockdown group homes. And every single time something happened, every single time I came in with cracked ribs, with bruises, with bites, with beyond, no one did anything. I went from shelter to shelter, from CPS report to CPS report. And CPS is your cover-up. CPS is corrupt. CPS buys and sells and trades children. That is their major facade. There are some good social workers out there, and there are some social workers that know that they cannot speak on things, they cannot do certain things, and they have to abide by certain rules, because if you don't, you will be abused too, just like there is in the Brotherhood Freemason Cops. There is a secret society in the Freemason Cops as well. We are not safe. We have been threatened, harassed, stalked, and hunted down because I mentioned that I was trafficked under the Getty Museum. I have so much evidence. I have so much information, but I don't know who to give it to, and I don't know who to honestly talk to, because there's nothing that has come of it. I don't know if Trump is going to do something, because that's the only reason why I do have something to believe in Trump, because he has given money to trafficking organizations, but 501c3s are cover-ups too. So what exactly and where exactly is this money going, and is there any really help? Because there's not. While we're out here, our gate have been, our house has been broken into. I'm sorry. Our animals have been killed. We have been away from our home for a year. We can't go back without police coming out and asking us where we have been. We have been stopped and pulled over in 8 states without a ticket, without a warning, and without any logical reason. They just want to know where our car is, what time that we'll be back, where are we parked, and how long will we be out, and how much money do we have. This is not normal, and everybody knows that something is wrong.
So when you say that Trump has given money to trafficking organizations, you mean organizations that fight trafficking, right?
Human trafficking.
I just want to make sure that I understand that. He's not participating in funding human trafficking.
No, that's not what I believe, and no, that is not what I've ever heard. I believe that Trump has done something because he is the only president that has mentioned it, and Trump is the only person that I haven't seen, to be honest with you.
So firsthand, these people were in a room with you and I mean, there's no other, I want to be absolutely 100% candid. Barack Obama, yes. Joe Biden, these people raped you. And you say that you have these mountains of evidence that nobody wants to look at. What evidence do you have?
We have police reports, we have information, we have videos, we have so much. But again, there's so much that I can't put completely out there, and I have mountains of it.
And this is the part that really catches people's attention. Ally Carter had been making these claims years before court filings, flight records, and leaked documents started circulating publicly. She was talking about wealthy figures, secretive locations, and private islands long before those topics became headline news. In other words, she wasn't jumping onto an existing story. According to supporters, she was speaking about these things well before the mainstream media ever focused on them. Now, whether someone fully believes every claim she has made or remains skeptical, there's one thing many viewers point out. Her story has stayed largely consistent over time. Across interviews, live streams, and years of online posts, the core details of her account have remained similar. And in situations involving serious allegations, people often see consistency as something significant. So now, let's talk about Sean Combs, better known to many as Diddy. For decades, he was considered one of the biggest names in the music industry, known for hosting exclusive parties attended by celebrities, executives, and major public figures. For a long time, he appeared almost impossible to challenge publicly. According to Ally, she had been mentioning Diddy years before his September 2024 arrest, before the hotel surveillance footage surfaced, and before multiple lawsuits began making headlines. She claimed she attended gatherings connected to him, but she insisted these events were far more disturbing than ordinary celebrity parties. In her own descriptions, she referred to them as ritualistic in nature and alleged that children were present at some of these events.
You're telling me at the freak-off parties, they put children on the table instead of gift bags, and then people can do what?
Take you off the table and have, even though it's against the rules to do certain things like or full health. And that's against the rules. Like for me, that was against the rules, but that didn't matter. That did not matter.
So they come choose you off the table, do whatever they want with you, and then what happens?
And they put you back on the table.
They put you back on the table for somebody else to come choose you? Okay. That's called a party favor effect. That's just one of the little things that go on at the freak-off parties with children. Were there animals there?
Goats.
Did they turn the animals loose on the kids?
Yeah.
And if you got sick and threw up because it was so disgusting, what happened?
You had to eat it.
You had to eat your vomit if you threw up. That's satanic ritual abuse. Diddy was at this party? Denzel Washington was at this party?
Yep.
Birdman was at this party?
Yes, he was.
And Young Jock?
Yep.
And you're telling me Denzel was there and it was after 1 o'clock when he supposedly left?
And beanie, socks, and a gold chain.
So you're telling me Denzel Washington was butt naked, he had a beanie on, socks on, and a gold chain, and that's it. In front of children.
Yep.
Funny. Because he sure portrays himself to be holier than thou.
Yep. So a lot of them do.
I think you also told me that one of those men have a birthmark.
Left thigh.
One of those men have a birthmark on their left thigh. Did you have sexual interactions with Diddy? Denzel? And I know we don't tell on Denzel. You might not tell on Denzel, but your mama gonna tell on everybody. I ain't keeping no pet secrets. Denzel?
Yep.
Birdman? Did Birdman promise you things?
So much. Like what he promised Lil Wayne at a young age. Because you know we shared the system together. Share a birthday together too.
I know a lot of you have seen P. Diddy get guardianship of a lot of young kids that means he holds their contracts. I know you heard me talk about Allie's contract and how often it gets auctioned off, and the things that come from that when it's auctioned. So when you're seeing that he was a guardian for these children, he's holding their MK Ultra contracts is what that translates to. Were you the only child at this party?
No, not at all. There's so many kids at this party.
Were there also so many celebrities?
Well, that whole they leave at a certain time, that's not true. Everybody has to take DNA tests, saliva test, blood tests, give up your phone, give up information, any trackers or locations, no weapons, no cameras,